Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Glassman, and today I'll discuss the landmark Supreme Court case, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, 1992. This case redefined abortion rights and introduced the undue burden standard, significantly shaping reproductive rights in the U.S. for decades. However, in June 2022, Casey, along with Roe v. Wade, was overturned in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization, fundamentally altering the legal landscape of abortion rights in the country. I'll share insights into the case, its constitutional underpinnings, the ethical dilemmas it posed, Justice Sandra Day O'Connor's role, and my reflections on the current state of reproductive rights in America. Planned Parenthood v. Casey challenged several provisions of Pennsylvania's Abortion Control Act, including spousal notification, parental consent, and a mandatory waiting period. The Supreme Court's 1992 decision reaffirmed the constitutional right to abortion established in Roe v. Wade nearly 20 years prior, but replaced its trimester framework with the undue burden standard. This standard prohibited laws that placed substantial obstacles in the path of a woman seeking an abortion before fetal viability. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor was instrumental in shaping this decision, crafting a compromise that preserved the core of Roe while granting states more regulatory authority. However, the 2022 Dobbs decision overturned both Roe and Casey, rejecting the constitutional right to abortion and returning the issue to the states. Both Casey and Roe were grounded in the 14th Amendment's Due Process Clause, which protects individual liberties. Justice O'Connor framed a woman's right to choose as a fundamental liberty tied to personal autonomy, dignity, and equality. However, in Dobbs, the court ruled that the Constitution does not confer a right to abortion, leaving states free to regulate or ban the procedure without federal oversight. This decision marked a dramatic shift in how the 14th Amendment is applied to reproductive rights. The ethical principles of autonomy and justice were central to Casey. Autonomy emphasizes an individual's right to make decisions about their own body. Justice requires equitable balancing of competing interests. In this case, the state's interest in protecting potential life. The undue burden standard was an attempt to navigate these principles by prohibiting substantial barriers to abortion access while allowing the states to make reasonable regulations. With the overturning of Casey, the ethical landscape has shifted. In states with restrictive laws, marginalized groups, including those with low income or limited healthcare access, face significant challenges, raising concerns about justice and equity. Conversely, some argue that the Dobbs decision respects democratic principles by returning abortion regulation to state legislatures. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor's moderate, pragmatic approach defined her role in Casey. Appointed as the first female Supreme Court justice in 1981, she often sought compromise and balance. Her undue burden standard reflected her belief in adaptable legal principles that should respond to evolving societal and medical contexts. Her legacy in Casey has been profoundly impacted by Dobbs. While her efforts preserved abortion rights for decades, the overturning of Casey marks a departure from the moderate case-by-case evaluation she championed. O'Connor's work remains a significant chapter in the history of reproductive rights, illustrating the challenges of crafting lasting legal solutions in a polarized society. In my opinion, the Casey decision demonstrated a thoughtful balance between individual rights and state interests. While I agreed with its emphasis on personal autonomy, the undue burden standards flexibility led to inconsistent applications in lower courts. The Dobbs decision, however, has left the country with a patchwork of state laws where abortion access depends heavily on geography, disproportionately affecting vulnerable populations. The reversal of Roe and Casey reflects a broader societal shift, and it's clear that the debate over abortion rights is far from settled. I believe it's vital to continue discussing the implications of these changes and especially their impact on equity, access, and individual freedoms. To conclude, Planned Parenthood versus Casey was a pivotal case in the history of abortion rights, and Justice Sandra Day O'Connor's influence exemplified the challenges of balancing autonomy with state interests. While Casey has been overturned, its legacy endures as a testament to the ongoing struggle for reproductive rights in America. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to your comments.